I've worked a lot of places over my life, but the people here make this company. It's actually a pleasure to come to work every day. And it's like, that Sunday night where you used to be like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. I never feel that here, ever.
It's fun for me because you've been around long enough to be like, live through some of the changes and do some of these things. And like new people coming in, they're coming into a pretty prime system.
They don't know how good they have it.
Things are dialed in. Like it's just very clear. This is what you do. This is what the training period looks like. That was when we shifted from a local Barndo builder to being able to mass produce these things and make more dreams come true. Big Dan.
Yes, sir.
So excited to have you here, man.
No, finally. I've been waiting.
You've been waiting. He's like, I've been in queue, man. I've been
waiting. I've been watching them.
The most referenced human, right? And all the customer testimonial podcasts, everything. Like every time I get one in here and I'm talking to them, they're like, yeah, Dan was great. And I'm like, I got to get Dan on the show, man.
Amen
so,
to that one.
But yeah, how long you been with us now?
Almost 3 years. Coming up on 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3 years.
Love it. I love it.
Yeah, dude. No, we were just so thankful to have you because I think you were like the first hire where we went out and like tried to find someone who was running multiple houses and been in the industry. We had, when we first started out, like we were kind of training people how to do what we do. And I remember Ross calling me one weekend. He goes, man, I got this guy I go to church with that he's building houses every day, like all this stuff. And like, I really, really like him. And I was like, get him. Like, get him. Like, who knows? He's like, I just don't know if Barndo, like, will correlate. And I'm like, well, there's only one way to find out. And boy, was it a good move.
Yeah, it was the move there. It was the move.
Yeah. So we got you in and, then literally that was the beginning of the turn from like trying to build 10 or 15 of these things to now we're building hundreds of them at a time.
Yeah.
So what's been your favorite part of being here?
I would absolutely say the people.
That's awesome.
The people. I've worked a lot of places over my life, but the people here make this company. It's actually a pleasure to come to work every day. And it's like, that Sunday night where you used to be like, oh, I got to go to work tomorrow. I never feel that here, ever. I'm actually excited to come to work. That's awesome. And just the ability, like, you all just leave me alone and let me do what I do. And that's the best part of this job. It's like, all right, I have enough confidence in this guy that he could do what he needs to do. And like, there's never any micromanaging, anybody breathing over my neck. Y'all just trust me enough to say, look, Dan knows what to do and he'll do it. And that's what I do. And that's the best part. It's just like, and anytime I have I get to go by the office a lot because I work up at the upstate, and going in there and just saying hello it's great. It's like we're all buddies and family. It's amazing. Yeah. I don't get to see you as much anymore, but
I know they ran me off, man. They ran me off to the farm. But no,
I was like, "Where's TJ?" We got that big cutout of you in the office. I'm like, "There he is."
That's awesome. No,
yes, sir.
It's fun for me because you've been around long enough to be like live through some of the changes and do some of these things. And like new people coming in, they're coming into a pretty prime system.
Yeah.
Right. Like
they don't know how good they have it.
Things are dialed in. Like it's just very clear. This is what you do. This is what the training period looks like. And like. You were kind of that first one, and then when you came, it was like we had like a big title shift, and then you ended up working with people that you'd known for a while, and like we kind of built this team, right?
Yes,
so you kind of came, and Nick, who's been on the show, right?
Yes, sir.
He came, and Billy, and like we had a bunch of people kind of like all come in like a little pocket of about 6 months, and that was when we shifted from a local Barndo builder to being able to mass produce these things and make more dreams come true. And it's been a grind to build the systems and processes now to where there's so many of you guys.
Nick's done a fabulous job. I can't say enough for like, he did better than I thought he was even going to do, which is awesome. And I know he's very good at what he does, and he just keeps, getting better and better at it. And, when I came over, he's like, well, you go over there in like 6 months, maybe I'll come over. You just let me know how it is, and within like 3 weeks, I think he ended up coming over, which was great. I was like, Nick, you need to get over here. And the job he's done is miraculous. And just, I can't say enough y'all changed it, but
Nick was a paradigm for us.
Yeah,
he definitely took it from two guys that were doing the best we could to build 10, 20 and turned it into a system that's capable of producing 500-600 barns a year.
Yeah.
But it all goes into like you said, the people.
Yeah.
That's a priority for me. Like
I know it is, and that's the difference.
It's not a mistake that it's that way, but it's a lot of effort and a lot of work to get it that way.
Right.
And then the biggest thing is to protect it as we grow. Like every year, man, we go to a quarterly, and it's like it's twice the size it was 90 days prior, and then like annuals and all these different things that we do. Like it gets bigger, and like it's hard to have that connection, right? Like you see me in the parking lot, you walk up and bear hug me from the back and be talking crap and everything else.
Yes, sir.
Some new people there's like a level of separation almost that takes them a little time to like understand that like I want to high five you,
Right, exactly. That's who you are. Yeah.
So it's just it's definitely different now, but it's good because like people like you carry that in the company, right? It's not the TJ show. It's not me having to lead it. Like they see how you operate, right? They see how you do things, and then that gives them permission to be the same, right? And to really treat it like family, you know?
Yeah.
And y'all's side, man, the production side is humongous now.
Yeah,
like
it's crazy.
Just the production wing of our company is bigger than our company was like a year ago, a year and a half ago. And it's exceptional what you guys are capable of doing.
It's exciting. It's real exciting.
The speed in which you can do it now, and with like so minimal mistakes, and so tight on a schedule, and like that system that has been built is incredible. Yeah,
and Billy Wood is the Nazi schedule guy. He does a good job though too.
He does. The warden, bro. He's gonna hold everyone accountable to those days. But no, it's been good, man. What do you think? Because man, you've been a part of some really, really cool jobs, and like you're sandwiched right up here in the upstate. You kind of got the sweet spot of territories.
That was the best part of the time I came in. I was like, I want this area.
So you got like if you could draw it up, like you're in the territory that has been a territory for 4 years. We got the more people know about us here. We're locals to here. And so you've been a part of some really, really, really cool jobs. Over the last 3 years, what are some of your favorites or your favorite that you've worked on?
I've done a lot of really good ones. Godfrey was fun. It was a real fun one to do, and he's a great guy.
Yeah, he's been on the show, talked about it.
Yeah, he's awesome.
That's one reference of old Dan.
Yeah,
like
Godfrey was good. Just dealing, with the homeowners, not dealing with it, but building that relationship with the homeowners, has been great. Mr. Hanks, he's been on the show too. By far, he was the nicest guy ever. Like, he was so easy. The only problem with Mr. Hanks, when he'd get you, you'd be there talking to him for an hour and a half, But I loved it, And just building those relationships. Mr. Hanks was great. Just so many. Desjardins, I just finished. They were such nice people.
They just did an episode of the show. It's like I say, if Dan builds a house, they are primed to come on the show, and they want to.
Yeah,
which is so cool because like I don't know that we've ever built a home to where the people hated the home.
Right.
That we've definitely built, and people had problems with the process, right? Or they had something. But like, what's really fun for me is like you do such a good job of connecting on a human level,
right?
And we all identify this that this is stressful.
Yeah,
it's an arduous process, and they're not going to understand everything.
Yeah.
And so, like, what do you do to help communicate that to a family that's? I mean, sometimes they're on site, right, living on site. Mm-hmm. But like, what do you do as a project manager? In addition to trying to hold this project on budget, because we've promised them a delivered price, hold it on schedule because we've promised them a move-in date, and keep things moving with all the obstacles that come along with that between weather, acts of God, material shortages, labor crunches, or like we're doing so much that sometimes, we're having to double schedule guys and they're over here, and then they go, as soon as they finish, they're coming to your job, and those gaps, we still close that schedule, but occasionally something moves and a client comes in or they walk in mid, something's happening. Like they get there in the middle and it doesn't look how they think it should. And like they have so many questions and they're always wondering because they've invested their whole life and all their money and everything into this. And when you get them to the door key moment, they're going to be happy. Yeah. What do you do different to really like connect with them and humanize that process and help them?
I think the biggest key is communication, regular communication throughout the build. I let them know that, there's no dumb questions, and ask me what you want. You know what I mean? If I have an answer to it, I'll give you the answer, just communicating with them, and just letting them know who I am and building that trust with the homeowner is huge, because, I try my best and to be the most trustworthy person I could be today, and I have a strong faith in God, and I try to treat people extremely fairly, and just communicating with them, just a regular, and building that relationship with them through the build is huge too, just, constantly building it, having meetings with them, hey, this is what's going on, and like I said, a lot of them are always there when you're there anyway. Just taking the time and making them feel comfortable, like, I got this, just give me the time to build you the house that your dream house. So, and that's huge,
So what got you into this? How did you get into this construction game?
Construction, I've been doing it since I was about 15 years old, on and off. I did do personal training for a few years, and I loved that too, but that was just glorified babysitting. But I always loved the build. Like, I've done every aspect of the building part myself, from concrete work to frame. The only thing I didn't really do was roofing, because I lived in South Florida and it's 800 degrees down there. But, I've done everything, and cabinetry, trim work, painting. I've done it all. So I just always like working with my hands. And the biggest thing for me is, like, I like to see a finished product that I had my hands in. It's like, it's satisfying to me, like accomplishment, Yeah.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
I love to see them when they're done.
Yeah.
And I think that's what gets marketed,
Yeah.
and that's what people see, and what they don't see, and what we've tried to do and be very, very transparent with is show construction.
Right.
Even when clients come in and they want to go tour property,
right,
we often take them to midline construction.
Yeah, which are usually mine.
Yeah, we take them out there. We want them to see it. We want to see, this is what it looks like. Raw studs. This is what it looks like when they're running this. This is what it looks like before the pretty things come in.
Right.
And I think it prepares people to be able to handle that when they're in their own build.
Yeah.
Because all they can think about is, like, when is it done? And, a lot of the questions are, well, it's not done yet.
Right.
Right. So the Barndo Show is sponsored by the Southern Farmhouse Collection by the Barndo Co. If you are in the market for a new home, and maybe you've explored the barndominium side, but you need more space for your dollar and you're limited by budget, check out the Southern Farmhouse Collection. What we've done is took a traditional build style, applied it to all the tried and true and loved and cherished Barndo Co plans. You can check out more details about the SFH Southern Farmhouse Collection at thebarndoco.com. Let's dive into that. You did do personal training, right?
Yeah.
We always joke, like, this is a big damn, bro. Like, you still train Nick, right? You got to try to, you trying to get Nick fight ready.
Yeah.
Every time I talk to Nick,
the only problem with Nick, every time he comes, he's on the phone. He's always doing business. I'm like, put that away for a little while. Let's lift some weights.
I know. I'll hit him up for something. He's like, sorry, bro, I was in the gym with Dan. I'm like, man, you gonna get him pumped.
Yeah.
So how did you get into that? Because you were yoked.
Yeah,
bro.
I was real big.
We need to drop a picture in here. Of the
to be honest with you, I was watching Arnold Schwarzenegger when I was like 13 years old. I was like, I want to look like that, and I got the genetics for it. So a lot of people pick different sports. I got two boys that are really like everything's basketball. For me, it was weightlifting, and bodybuilding, and I got so into it. It consumed my life through my 20s and late teens. I played sports when I was younger, but I just had that bug for weightlifting, and I've been doing it. It's almost 40 years I've been doing it now. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So what's a crazy story from that era of your life when you was just diehard in competing, doing all the things?
Yeah. It was pretty cool. I got to train some famous people. The guy from Third Eye Blind, I trained him. He was coming down to Palm Beach for a concert. It was really cool. And just being around, I got the opportunity to be around like professional bodybuilders and stuff like that. So it was really cool. It's a lifestyle is what it is. It's like everything is eat, train and sleep. It's very, very disciplined, and just having that discipline, being able to be disciplined like that is really cool. And it's hard. It's hard to do, because as you say, I like to eat pizza.
I was waiting, bro. I wanted you to drop the pizza.
Yeah. I love food, being Italian. So, so it's very disciplined in what you eat and what you do. And it's like, it's pretty crazy because it's like I said, it's a lifestyle. So everything revolves around that. It's like you can't do, like I used to have a lot of friends that played like flag football. And I was so into training and doing stuff, competitions and stuff. And it's like, I was afraid to get hurt, so I couldn't do other sports, because if I get an injury on the football field, then that takes me out 4 or 6 weeks of training. And that's a huge setback. So it was like I said, it's very disciplined. And it's pretty cool to be able to be disciplined in something,
Yeah.
So.
No, I love it. You got so many crazy photos that you pull up and show all the time, and just different things. Ronnie Coleman. And all
I got a cool picture of me and Ronnie Coleman. That was real. He was such a nice guy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, talking about, I'm going to tie back into your pizza comment. Yeah. So if you are in the upstate of South Carolina and you come to your pre-con meeting and you sit down and see Big Dan the man sit down across from you, if you want to butter him up and get him in your team pocket,
right?
Bring him a pizza.
That's right. That's
what's your favorite place?
The Slice in Simpsonville.
The Slice.
Yeah, it's so good. Me and my wife go there pretty much every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so good.
I gotta go. Like, you always talk about it. Like, I'm a pizza snob.
Yeah.
I like what I like, but like I trust you.
Like, trust me
for no
on
other
that
reason, bro.
It's like a drug. I'm telling you. You want to go back every week, Yeah, there's always like a 40-minute wait. They're actually opening one in Greer, which is gonna be really cool, a little closer than Simpsonville, because I live in Duncan. So yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yes, sir.
I think what's been cool for me is in the company. We talked about people.
Yeah.
We talked about who you are, and the discipline of things you've done and build into who you are, and you've done almost every different trade, and you got this sense of completion. You're a really big people person. Trustworthiness is a big thing to you.
Yeah.
You've overcome all kinds of things in life to become who you are today at Barndo.
Yes, sir.
And like being that guy in an organization where that means something,
right?
It goes back to core values.
Yeah, 100%.
And like,
that's how I knew I was a fit, was the core values, because that's how I live,
Yeah. No, well, and that's the thing. Like, I talk about it a lot, but like, I think when I get to bring, I love it. I say I get to show you off, right? Yeah. I tell everybody like, I get to show Dan off this week.
Right.
And when I bring employees on here, the objective is to show you off, because you are what makes this place special.
Right.
Like, the reason it is what it is today is because of people like you, right?
Yes,
the people that are in that office, the people that are out there in that field building. And, you guys embody those core values, and it's not by happenstance.
Right.
We interview really heavily on core value alignment, and we only bring in people that are core value aligned. And we know we could teach you how to build Barndos.
Yeah.
We can't teach you how to be good people.
No.
And so, when you come into an environment like that, and we talk about like all the growth we've had and all the new faces in here, and you're kind of one of those senior guys that's been around and they know you, and like, you know, you're always in there, you know, firing people up, and you always got this positive, you know, kind of attitude, and like there's never a question of is Dan in the building, you know what I mean? Like if Dan's
I'm a little loud.
yeah, if Dan's here, we know, right? But like, what's fun about that is, you know, every year we go and we do our big annual event in January to kick the year off and do this thing and celebrate the year prior, and we've been doing that now for, I don't even know, like this will be the 4th year that we've kind of summited up the mountain and did something cool together. And every year we do these Barndo Core Value Awards, and this year you got nominated.
Yes, sir.
And it was cool for me to like see all the nominations, and then the ballots go out for the finals. And like, unfortunately, I know who won all the letters, but I can't tell anybody.
Darn it.
But it was so cool for me this year to see so many people get nominated, because we have people nominated from all over. Yeah. You know, and you've got decked out with awards at annuals, you know, with being top producers and all these different things. But the Core Value Awards mean something here, because it's the one award where all the teammates elect the people. They nominate who gets on that ballot. They vote for who wins that award and those things. And so like to see your name pop up, and what's really cool for me was like, I'm going down through there, and it's kind of automated, right? The nominations come in, and it ranks them, and it does all these things, and it pushes people around, and you can't be double nominated and all these things. And so it's like it's building out these charts, and I'm in there looking so I could set the final voting rounds for Core Value Awards. And I seen yours pop up, and I'm like, heck yeah, big
that's awesome.
And it was driven by legacy. Yeah. And I'm telling you right now, like I couldn't come up with one that I think fits you better to like see other people see it. And as an owner in a company, you're always going to interact with me a certain way.
Yeah, right.
But to see that out of 60 people, you know, they felt the same. Yeah. That they nominated you to get you into that. Like, what? Talk about that a little bit. Like, what does that mean to you? Like, driven by legacy. Like,
I was so excited to see my name on there, actually. and the one thing I want to say about you and Ross, you say like I might interact a little different with the employee, but I feel like I interact the same. You guys are so cool that I can interact the same with you and Ross the same way. You know, come give you a big bear hug, ask you what's going on. You know. And that's why I love Barndo. That's why I love, because you know, you and Ross make it easy, you know, for us to like, I want to work hard for them because there's such, you know, there's just great people. But you know, being part of the legacy is like, wow, that's an awesome nomination for me, you know, like, wow, I am part of something bigger than myself, you know, and like you said, the great people that we have working here, and you know, and there's a few that have been here before me, but just being nominated for that's just like it hit me right here. I was like, that is awesome, you know. I was like, wow, that is really cool. I actually called my wife right up and told her about it. I was like, this is cool, you know. So being nominated for that was a real good feeling. You know, it was like they, you know, not only do you notice me and others notice me, but you know, just being part of something like the Barndo and something I love. I love it here, you know. I just ran into a girl that like 2 nights ago that she's applying for a job here, and I just couldn't say enough good things about the Barndo to her. You're gonna love it. Even my wife was saying, you're gonna love it, you know, and it's like, you got, you know, and it's just such like, I'm all for the Barndo, and like I can't say enough good things like about this company and being able to work here. It's just I honestly, well, I met Ross in church, so I said it's a God thing for sure, you know. But I truly believe that God put me in a good place with y'all, you know.
Yeah.
So
no, it's fun for me too, man, because like you're my wife's favorite human.
That's awesome. I love your wife.
I told my wife this morning, I was like, you won't believe who's on the podcast.
That's awesome.
She's like, is it Dan? And I'm like, yeah. She's like,
yeah, she is so awesome.
She loves you, man. Like
she's always got a smile from you. That's what I love about her, you know.
But it's just fun because like it's so family oriented in here, you know. And like I want, if there's anything that I want people to know is, yeah, we take pride in building buildings, but we take a lot of pride in the people that we build to go out and build those buildings, and it is family based. Like you know, my wife thinks of Dan as this great human, and like I know your wife and see your kids. You know, we're out at the water park and we're having, you know, the summer bash for all the Miracle League kids and all this stuff, and like there's Dan and his family and supporting that, and like, you know, we have the Christmas parties and the different things, and like just getting to like do life together
It's awesome.
is fun, right?
Yeah.
Like it means something to me. Like I love to see you win and your family win, and you know, that being a part of something, that's legacy to me.
Yeah.
Legacy to me is building something that's bigger than me, that will make people feel a certain way long after I'm gone.
Right.
And to see your name pop up for that legacy award, I'm like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah,
You know, it's
100%. Can I add something? My son at one time even told me, I want to work for the Barndo. I was like, that's awesome, you know.
No, that is cool.
Yeah, he even sees it, you know, because he gets to interact with y'all too. So it's awesome stuff.
Well, dude, I'm so glad you got to come hang out on the show and let me show you off the people. Like,
That's
you know,
awesome.
if you're building in the upstate of South Carolina, there's a chance you're going to pull Dan.
Yeah.
And, you know, when they walk into the pre-con, that maybe they'll feel like they know you, right? Because a lot of people watch the show. What's wild about this is it's like the biggest feedback I get from the show is from our leadership team. They go, man, when we go to hire, almost everyone is like, I started watching the podcast and I just want to work there. I want to work there, you know, and that's cool because, like, it's authentic. If it was just me talking about how great it was, cool. But when I get to bring people on and show it.
Yeah, that work here and you know, absolutely. That's like I said, you know, it's been a fun ride the you know, 3 years, and I just keep looking forward to the future. And it's just I love coming to work. And like, how many people could say that, you know? How many people could say?
Well, dude, you're awesome.
Thank you, brother.
I wish you luck in January.
Yeah, you better fudge those.
if you
Can you put
win,
a few extra? I got a few bucks for you.
Haley, we're gonna have to get we're gonna have to see how big the Letterman jackets can get. We gotta get one for
That's
Big
right.
Papa Pump over here.
That's right.
All right, if you win, pizza on me.
All right, brother. I love you, man.
All right, see you, brother.
All right.